Yehova Eloheinu Svaot, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself. And you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Numbers chapter 11. But the people began complaining about their hardships to Yehovah. When Yehovah heard it, his anger flared up, so that the fire from Yehovah broke out against them and consumed the outskirts of the camp. Then the people cried to Moshe. Moshe prayed to Yehovah, and the fire abated. That place was called Teravah, burning, because Yehovah's fire broke out against them. Next, the mixed crowd was with them grew greedy for an easier life, while the people of Israel, for their part, also renewed their weeping and said, "If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we used to eat in Egypt. It cost us nothing. The cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, the garlic. But now we're withering away. We have nothing to look at but this manna." The manna, by the way, was like coriander seed, white like gum raisin. The people would go around gathering it and grind it up in mills and pound it in paste and mortar and pestle. Then they would cook it in the pots and make it into loaves that taste like cakes baked with olive oil. When the dew settled on the camp during the night, the manna came with it. Moshe heard the people crying, family after family, each person at the entrance of the tent. The anger of Yehovah flared up violently, and Moshe too was displeased. Moshe asked Yehovah, "Why are you treating your servant so badly? Why haven't I found favor in your sight, so that you put this burden, this entire people on me? Did I conceive this people? Was I their father? So that you tell me, carry them in your arms, like a nurse carrying a baby, to the land you swore to their ancestors? Where am I going to get meat to give this entire people? Because they keep bothering me with their crying and saying, 'Give us meat to eat.' I can't carry this entire people by myself alone. It's too much for me. If you're going to treat me like this, then just kill me outright. Please, if you have any mercy toward me, don't let me go on being this miserable." Yehovah said to Moshe, "Bring me 70 of the leaders of Israel, people you recognize as leaders of the people and officers of theirs. Bring them to the tent of meeting and have them stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take some of the spirit which rests on you and put it on them. Then they will carry the burden of the people along with you, so that you won't carry it yourself alone. Tell the people, consecrate yourselves for tomorrow, and you will eat meat, because you cried in the ears of Yehovah. If only we had meat to eat. We had the good life in Egypt. All right, Yehovah is going to give you meat, and you will eat it. You won't just eat it one day, or 2 days, or 5, or 10, or 20 days, but a whole month, until it comes out of your nose and you hate it. Because you rejected Yehovah, who is here with you, and you distressed him with your crying and asking, 'Why did we ever leave Egypt?' But Moshe said, 'Here I am, with 600,000 men on foot. And yet you say, I will give them meat to eat for a whole month? If whole flocks and herds were slaughtered for them, would it be enough? If all the fish in the sea were collected for them, would that be enough?' Yehovah answered Moshe, 'Has Yehovah's arm grown short? How do we see? Now you will see whether what I said will happen or not.' Moshe went out and told the people of what Yehovah had said. Then he collected 70 of the leaders of the people and placed them all around the tent. Yehova came down in the cloud, spoke to them, took some of the Spirit that was on him and put it on the 70 leaders. When the Spirit came to rest on them, they prophesied. Then, but not afterwards, there were 2 men who stayed in the camp, one named Eldad and the other Medad. The Spirit came to rest on them. They were among those listed to go out to the tent, but they hadn't done so, and they prophesied in the camp. A young man ran and told Moshe, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Yehoshua, the son of Nun, who from his youth up had been Moshe's assistant, answered, My lord, Moshe, stop them. But Moshe replied, Are you so zealous to protect me? I wish all of Yehuvah's people were prophets, and I wish Yehuvah would put his Spirit on all of them. Moshe and the leaders of Israel went back into the camp, and Yehuvah sent out a wind, which brought quails from across the sea. Let them fall near the camp about a day's trip away on each side of the camp, and all around it, covering the ground to a depth of 3 feet. The people stayed up all day and all night and all the next day, gathering the quails. The person gathering the least collected 10 heaps. Then they spread them out from themselves all around the camp. But while the meat was still in their mouth, before they had chewed it up, the anger of Yehuvah flared up against the people, and Yehuvah struck the people with a terrible plague. Therefore that place was named Kivrot Hatavah, graves of greed, because they were buried the people who were so greedy. From Kivrot Hatavah, the people traveled to Hetzerot, and they stayed at Hetzerot. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this fascinating chapter 11 of Numbers? We can praise Yehuvah all the times. We can praise Yehuvah at all times. Know that Yehuvah hears you. Pray to Yehuvah. Aim to be benevolent, charitable, and generous. Learn to be content in all situations. Be thankful for what you have. Work with what Yehuvah gives you. Be a servant to Yehuvah. Aim to find favor in the sight of Yehuvah. Bear one another's burdens. Live for Yehuvah, trusting that he will provide what is needed. Ask for the mercy of Yehuvah. Listen to the written words of Yehuvah. Aim to be a leader, to be used by Yehuvah. Ask the Spirit of Yehuvah to be placed on you. Dedicate yourself to Yehuvah. Accept Yehuvah. Trust that Yehuvah is here with us. Trust that with Yehuvah there is always a way. Trust in the outstretched arm of Yehuvah. Trust. Aim to be led by the Spirit and prophesy. Trust that Moshe wished that all of the people of Yehuvah were prophets, that all the people of Yehuvah had the Spirit of Yehuvah on them. How can we love others? As Yeshua loves us, we can pray for the children of Yehuvah to be filled with the Spirit of Yehuvah and prophesy. Bear one another's burdens, we can ask to be filled with the Spirit of Yehuvah to prophesy. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehuvah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehuvah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehuvah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Yavirachacha Yehuvah, vayishmaricha Yair. Yehuvah panav elecha, vechunicha Yisa. Yehuvah panav elecha, veyasem lecha shalom. May Yehuvah bless you and keep you. May Yehuvah make his face shine on you and show you his favor. May Yehuvah lift up his face toward you and give you peace.